Okay. Oh, I should change the title of this. Oops. Okay, I'm doing creative today because I guess it's drawing, so that's creative. Who knows? Alright. So I'm just warming up with some lines here. And not doing that well. My tablet is at an angle, which is a little weird. And if I don't make the 2 points, like, my aim is horrible. Okay. I'm gonna practice doing some cylinders now. Oh, God. That is such a bad cylinder. Okay, the cool thing is this the effect I wanted. The bottom cylinder is going to have a higher degree than the top because relative to the horizon line, it's like lower down. So drawing out the box, it worked. It's cool. This is really hard to do on a, like, circles are hard on a slanted surface. Flaming Delta, pretty good. How's it going with you? Alright, how's it really going, Flaming Delta? What's going on in your world, dude? Do I know Demi Lovato? I've heard the name, but I don't really know who it is. Why? Not good, nothing good. Aw, what do you mean? Oh, she did a drug overdose on heroin? Really? Isn't she like... I'm trying to think of who that is. Well, you said alright, not good, nothing good. Life sucks and we all have problems. That's true, we all do have problems. Well, I'm sorry to hear yours are not doing too well. Oh, okay. Damn. Did she die or something? Yeah, I will have to look her up. It's not too often that I hear of a female who overdosed on heroin. That's a really ugly cylinder. So let's just keep going. Oh, she's not dead yet. Okay, well, I'm sure she has enough money to afford the greatest medical care. So she'll probably be okay. I hope. I mean, I guess you don't really know. But heroin, though. Good lord. Not my cup of tea. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Something health sucks. Why can't I see? Oh. Mental health sucks. Life sucks. Do we really have freedom? Well, it depends on where you live. And how you live, I would say. But at the same time, you always have the freedom of your own thoughts. Although many of those are also implanted, so it's a little hard to say that you can just, you know, control them all the time. Devin! Akumos! When you inject heroin 12 times an hour. That's me. That's what Devin and Akumos and I do all the time. We just hang out on Discord and inject heroin like 12 times an hour. 12 times in 1 hour. Every hour, you know. Tim Spice, what's up, dude? It's not about where you live or how you live. Are you sure? What do you mean? What's it about then? The reason I say that is, like, you know, two people can be in the same circumstance. One can perceive their life well, the other a living hell. So to me, it's a bit of a game of the mind. Which is also highly influenced by your physiology and body, so it's kind of a multifaceted thing there. Actually, I want to make the light be coming from this side because it's darker. Whoa, Flaming, let's not threaten each other here. It's true what people say about you. Yeah, Akumas, you only have the correct thoughts, huh? What is it true? What's who? Yes. Who says about whom? Oh, Flaming Delta says, you sound like you have brain damage and sound like a fake cunt. Aw, that's sweet. Cog Whistle, thank you for the follow. About you, think about it. Think about it, Devin. Think about yourself. It's true what they say about you. It's true. All of those people saying things about you. Which I would still like to know what people are saying about him. Like, I'm just curious. Like, does he have his own, like, you know, hate group about him or something? Like, I really like the part about how I sound like I have brain damage and I sound like a fake cunt, though. Actually, I'm gonna allow that. Just so everyone can see it. Aw, see, I think that's so sweet. Someone came all the way over to my stream just to say I have brain damage and sound like a fake cunt. Even though I was actually trying to be caring about, like, your life and your feelings. But yeah, I guess I have brain damage and I'm a fake cunt. Yep, I'm really fake, you know. Actually, my entire face is plastic surgery. My entire existence is basically plastic. Yeah. I'm about the fakest you can get, actually. I'm a self-certified thought, actually. So if you don't like thoughts, this isn't the place for you. I've been a thought for as long as I can remember. It's my favorite pastime, and yeah, that's why I'm sitting here trying to, like, learn the technical aspects of art, because, like, I'm a thought and I'm really fake. Did he leave, though? Aw, he left. Did he leave? Oh, no, he's still there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am an android. Exactly. I was created to be Devin's, yes, that's exactly what he just said. That's why I sound so fake and like I have brain damage, because I'm literally AI, so. You know, we haven't worked out all the kinks yet, but we're getting there, isn't that right, Devin? Well, you know, even though these have really bad draftsmanship, I think that the form is taking shape a little better in these cylinders. I did some learning today so I can actually practice this. Because I'm really fake and, you know, I'm just... I'm really fake and practicing geometry because I'm fake. What does that even mean? You sound really fake. Yeah, I got V 2.0 coming out next month. Gonna throw the current one in the garbage where it belongs. Oh, thanks, man. I mean, at some point, you just have to throw away your favorite androids because eventually the new one is just obviously going to reign supreme. Oh shit. I'm not sure why these aren't lining up. I think my... something is off here. What's up, Super Voximus? Hello. What you been up to today, man? I don't know why this... It's like my convergence is off, but I can't see it. And it's really bothering me. The usual, crippling anxiety and anguish. Ah. I see. Well, you come to the right place. No need to feel anxious here. Otherwise, fun times, though. Well, that's quite a disparity. But, yeah, how about me? Yeah, doing all right. I managed to, I don't know, what did I do today? I did some stuff that I needed to do, so I feel relatively decent. Tomorrow I'm checking if I have cancer, you know, that's a, you know, what's going on with me. And hopefully that turns out well, because if not, that's, you know, I think I might go off the deep end. Yes! Okay, that was like the perfect line. Wow, look at that cylinder, guys. I mean, if you don't think that's impressive, I don't know how I can impress you guys today. Oh yeah, I'm probably fine. It's just one of those. Oh, look at this cute little animal. It's like some really weird thing flashing, but I can see it's a little kitty. Aww. I think Devin was giving that to you, Super Voximus. But yeah, it's just good to get your, you know, your health screenings when you haven't been to the doctor in like 6 years. Thank you, Boxmiths. Appreciate that. I'm sure it will. Like, I mean, I'm only like slightly concerned, but like, you know, I'm probably just worried about nothing. Yeah, basically one time I had this like really weird spleen thing happen to me. God damn it, I keep Control-Zing that. Where for no reason my spleen was like in a lot of pain. And I don't know what that means. And I have other weird symptoms that make me question things. And I'm like really pale, so I'm, you know, have a risk for melanoma and stuff. So basically it's just checking stuff like that. But honestly, even if I have it or something, I'm not gonna even worry. There's no point at that point. Like, there's actually no point in worrying. It actually is just gonna make it worse. Instead, I'll just drop everything and go live in a forest and enjoy my life. So bring it on. I'm kidding, I don't want that. It's not important before 30 supposedly, but I had like Epstein-Barr, which pretty much everyone gets at some point, but I had some weird complications with it because of Tylenol, which did some shit to my liver. And for some reason, Epstein-Barr is more associated with things like, I believe, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And like, I've had signs of weird shit that happened to my skin that went away, but yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like, I mean, it went away, but I actually read something that says that doesn't mean that it's not actually gone. It's just not on your skin anymore, and now it's in your organs, so, you know. But that, you know, doesn't mean that I ever had it to begin with. I have, you know, genetically horrible skin, combined with, like, my horrible diet growing up, so. Yeah. That's why you should eat your fruits and veggies, guys, because you get fucking diseases if you don't. And yeah, it doesn't mean they'll find it. You know, and they also say you always have, like, cancer cells in your body at all times. Yeah, that's me. I'm making up fake diseases. You were going to go to check for something similar, but your symptoms lessened? Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a good sign. I mean, typically I actually think that the body is pretty good at healing itself, unless you continuously strain it, like, with a shit ton of inflammation for an extended period of time. That's my unscientific theory. Devin said, I used to have more I should go to a doctor, but I keep not doing it. Actually, as time goes on, my motivation to go drops because I keep improving my physical situation. I had more problems, but they went away when I got more active. Hell yeah. That's good. Yeah, I need to do that too. Like, stay active. Like, I've been actually pretty decent. I haven't been logging my stuff though. I haven't been doing like my own personal workouts, mostly just like oh, Bowser, thank you. Oh, wee. I feel like every time it's like a cheer, it's like wee. And hello. Popping sound in your chest. Oh my god. What? Did that go away, Devin? A rare meme for adults called precordial catch? Is that like some sort of joke? Precordial? Precordial? I don't actually know what that means. Oh shit. That's actually really scary. It's good that it went away though. That sounds like not so great. Oh, a week. Okay. Well, that's good. Do I really have to click on a link? Oh. Oh, yeah. I used to have that too, actually. The precordial... I mean, I don't know if it's that syndrome, but I used to have, like, stabbing pain in my chest every now and then. But yeah, that went away when I stopped eating, like, 8 million pounds of cake per day. Like, I literally used to live off of just the most horrible food of all time, so my body probably had no actual nutrients and was completely trying to survive under like a constant attack of sugar. Good thinking. Yeah, I like really didn't like when I was in college. I was like I was not the happiest person. Like doing things I didn't want to do, but I would basically cope with it by eating a bunch of sweets. Well, it's like, oh, I have a test today. Time to get a snack. Oh wait, I have a test. Like, it's like before the test I need a snack. After the test I need a snack. Like, I just need a snack all the time because it literally makes you, it actually gives you a high. And at that time, I had never done any brain changing chemicals, so like, I guess I was getting like a sugar high, but I didn't even really notice what was happening. I just knew that I felt better. And then when I was a kid, I lived on Pop-Tarts and popcorn, just like, yeah. God, there's no hope for this fucking cylinder, is there? Okay. Yes! Okay, I want to make this one a cone. Yeah. And I think it's just... That doesn't look like a very good cone. I don't know why though. You used to eat a lot of Pop-Tarts when you were 12. No banning Duple. If you ban people randomly, I'm going to fucking Akamos. I only eat Devin's cum now. Oh god, I just imagined, like, you waking up, you feed your ferrets, and then you know, go to Devin's bedside. Shit, no! Wait. Oh, no! No, give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Fuck, I don't know what my redo is. No, where is it? No, don't fuck with me, Photoshop. Oh. I mean... Don't make me Google this. Alright, I'm just gonna draw it again, just for the challenge. Yeah, I used to eat Pop-Tarts when I was 12. That's not a right angle. Yeah, it wasn't intended to be a right angle, but I guess it has to be. If you start a flock draw room, you can draw with your viewers. Oh. Your ferret's on the same diet. I haven't drawn in months. I will start that. I've never seen that. Hold on. Yeah, you can probably draw right angles better than me. Yeah, with your mouth. Yeah. Fuck you, I wasn't trying to do a right angle, okay? Khalil the Wise. Yo, what happened? I'm from Modern Day James Discord, but I remember you were way back in the day. There was a group lessons. Oh yeah! Yeah! Wait, which one were you in the lessons? What happened to me was I just got sidetracked with my job because a bunch of stuff changed, and then it threw off all of my habits, and then I was really like not mentally like I don't know, I just like snapped out of it, and then yeah, now I'm like, oh yeah, that thing that I like to do that I really want to keep doing, let me not forget about that. Which I never intended to forget about it. It's just I had a really bad commute, and I was really honestly pretty depressed, so yeah, that's what happened. I mean, even if I do this at a right angle though, it's still gonna look like doo-doo, because my plane isn't... What the fuck was that? Jim? They can't see you.
Hey.
Yeah? Are you trying to show me the babies? Why are you trying to show them to me right now? Okay, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I got a special baby delivery. Oh. Okay. Did you get a buy?
I'm getting one.
What else are you getting?
The tangerine one.
That's all?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me one. Wait, wait. Can you give me the, huh? What? No, not the grapefruit.
Tangerine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thanks, bye. I farted. I farted. I'm like, what was that? I'm sorry, I'm reading all these things now. If you touch your own body in the wrong areas, it's a sin against God. Yeah, you're right. It's not a right angle. Thank you. Fuck. I'm so stupid. Okay. Wait. Actually, okay. Let me start up this thing so you can show me what this is. Sakello, yes. Now I have you guys. Now I have someone to lift me, lift my spirits. Honestly, that's the thing that's like really ironic is I actually really like streaming. So like, why would I stop? When it brings me so much joy, like, not even streaming but drawing. Why would I stop the things I like? Like, come on. Okay, what is this thing called again? Flock draw. Okay. Sounds like lockjaw. That's the problem Akumos has when he gets his daily meal from Devin. Create your session. Flash? What the fuck? Please tell me I don't have to go through it. Oh. Okay. I think I'm going to invite you guys to this. Oh. Oh, the center of the circle is off? But is that because it's not actually a score? The plane is distorted? Oh, Khalil, you weren't in the lessons, you did the trial thing that he did happen one time. I was sad that mostly everyone vanished. Aw, yeah, thank you, Khalil. Oh, appreciate that. So how's your drawing going, Khalil? Oh, I did recently get Modern Day James's Gumroad tutorial with the primitive forms. It's so good, dude. I love that guy. His shit is so good. Like, he and Uncomfortable are like my favorite people on earth. I just love their content, and I feel like I could just tell they're, well, I know Uncomfortable's personality is fucking awesome. I don't know modern day James that well, but yeah, I love their stuff. I actually just ordered his book, actually, because I think he's a G, and take my money, man. I respect you. And I know there's going to be really good content in it, so. Okay, wait, why is my Control-Z not working? Sorry, I'm trying to do like 4 things at once, and we all know I'm mentally challenged. Like, it shouldn't matter where the... Oh god. This is closer, okay. It's because the lines are supposed to converge down. The center line should converge in the same direction as the vertical lines of the top plane. Oh. Can I draw this on my tablet? I don't think I can. Oh, yay. Alright, Booty, I'm watching you. I'm watching you draw. Tim Spice. Okay, so I'm looking at Buddhist drawing. Boudica. Alright. So let me go back to my drawing. If I can find it. Oh, by the way, just so in case you want to see them. Say hello to my little friends. Aw, do. Can you see them? Yeah. Little sleepy squirrels. Oh, do. Okay. Okay. Oh, do. Oh, what on earth did he just come? Did he just come on an avocado? Oh, never mind. I see what that is now. Oh god. Okay, so think of the top as a box, right? So if we think of it as a box, everything goes back down here. If I can draw a straight line. That photo that we were drawing just got me so excited I can't even draw a straight line anymore. So, sugar gliders are disgusting? Devin, you better take that back. You better fucking take it back or I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up online. Bam. Chaos. Chaos not. Yes, I'm still practicing 3D shapes because clearly I can't learn. Wait, Chaos not. Did you have a different name before? It's like familiar, but it's different. Are you Dreadnought by chance? Yeah, my sugar gliders are basically like, they're like shurikens, but they're little flying squirrels. I just throw them at people and they die. What is it on Discord? Okay, so this is the point. It still looks like shit. Why does it look like shit? Alright, there's no new developments. So wait, where's the right angle? Oh, the circle at the top is lopsided. Yeah, that could be it. It's a pretty bad circle. All of these are like draftsmanship-wise a vomit fest, basically. Oh, but you should be able to do an ellipse with a cone, I thought. Let's see if I have something. I ordered an HDMI like adapter thing that didn't come today, so that I can actually look at my screen in front of me instead of like 10 feet away. Because it's really hard to look at it here. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'm going to research that on my own time. And then practice that later. But mostly I was just looking at cylinders before. Because I struggled with them yesterday, so... and thank you for the follow, Chaos. Can I call you Chaos, not Chaox? Should I say Chaox? Chaox, not? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's like... Yeah, let's just see if we can try it again on a less fucked up thing. Anyway, I wanted to do some environmental studies, so that's why I'm kind of practicing these primitive forms, because environmental studies are basically just primitive forms placed in space, so you kind of need a grasp on the basic form before you... Yeah. Even though my draftsmanship is horrible, I think I'm still kind of getting used to this tablet, because it's got like this... It's like my pen. Maybe I need to fix my sensor. But sometimes it's above my pen and sometimes it's like below, so I don't... It's kind of weird to get used to, but I probably just need to fix the sensor, like I said. But aside from that, I think actually for some reason, like taking a break from drawing gave me a better conceptual idea of space, because I notice a lot of my squares, when I draw through them, I mean my boxes, the back ends are lining up, which I had a really hard time with before because my convergence was so bad. Yeah. Oh, I see. Long lens for the box. Yeah, I need to learn more about the camera angle thing though. For sure. I never quite grasped that fully, so... But yeah, if I try to do... This is probably not going to turn out well again, but whatever, let's try it anyway. I did the same angle for this one, so... It looks more normal there. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Alright, now I'm gonna try a pyramid. And also, the thing I don't get yet, though, is...
A little text.
Hmm?
I just had a little sip. That's really good.
The tax, the
The
sip
sip
tax.
tax, yeah.
How dare you?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, there's little strawberries.
Take care of them.
You know me. I'm
There's
gonna do
people on the internet who will beat you up if you don't.
something. They can try me. Love you.
Let me do. Some kind of crazy nougat. So I'm kind of wondering what happens when I try to make a pyramid, just like stick up out of nowhere with a really weird angle. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Kind of, yeah. Wow, what a mindfuck. Trying to think through like where the shadow would be, although I don't know anything about shadow, but it seems like... Wait, that actually makes no sense. This is the dark side, so the shadow would be over here. I guess. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna do some, should I do environments or hands? I don't know. Oh, you drew a bird? Let's look at this. Oh, that's cute. Did you draw that with your mouse? That is so cute. Can I erase some of the, some of this penis work up here? Is this, what is this? Oh wait, does the canvas size increase? Can I clear it? I love this little bird though. I want to draw like a little something around the bird. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's not doing it for me. When I click it, nothing. Oh. Can you only do black? Oh, whoa, why is that so far from where I tried to draw it? Oh. Oh. Thank you. Oh, what the? Okay, so I'm trying to click on it, but it's like my mouse. I mean, I don't know if you can see my screen. So I push here, but it goes like a bunch above. Maybe I just have to restart. Oh no, did I delete? Okay. Ah, it's not working. Lame. It's like my tablet isn't registering when it was before. You know, I think like anything I touch, just we have to have some sort of technological problem with, like. Okay, when I scroll down, it like doesn't. I have to use my mouse. Somebody here is like drawing a box. Who's the box drawer? The cylinder drawer. I don't know what the fuck is going on here anymore. I was trying to draw a cat poking the bird. But I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Lily! Lily-chan! What's up? Sakatala! Oh, niripiri. Wait. Fuck. The word I wanted to tell you a long time ago was niripiri-pil, I think? God damn it. I don't remember what it was. It was the one word that my Ukrainian coworkers taught me, and I think it was niripiri-pil or something. I don't know if that means anything to you. Oh, let me scroll down. Oh wait, that's old message. Never mind. Oh, new display, nice. Yes, actually, this is a drawing orgy. Yes! That's it! Niripiri-pil. I'm glad you understood that. I wasn't sure if I said it right. Did you join the drawing orgy, though? Ah, drawing back on Photoshop is like so clean in comparison. Actually, I might just make a new... I don't know if I want to draw super small. I don't like that. Okay, I'm just going to do another page. And basically, I'm going to try to draw some... basically like a some kind of environment, which is probably going to be hard considering how far away my screen is from me. I am not using a Cintiq. I'm using a Gaumon something something. I don't know if Amazon still has the deal, but they had it like $100 off. And it's really, I mean, in my opinion, it's really good. Like, I've never used a Cintiq. I'm sure a Cintiq is much nicer in a variety of ways, but it's also like $1,000 more, so. How is the Nobu doing? This Nobu is doing quite well. And how is the Lily-chan doing? James used that not too long ago. Yeah. Oh, no! Well, even if you don't get the deal, it's like the cheapest visual display, I think, on the market that actually works, and it was really easy to set up. You basically just screw in like 4 screws and install the driver properly, and you're done. Swimmingly. Does anybody say swimmingly, like, in real life? Or is that something like Finding Nemo came up with? Is that like, was that a real word is my question. I don't even know if they say it in Finding Nemo, to be honest. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to find some environment. Oh. This is a nice picky. I want a full size. Give me the whole thing. You fuckers. I think this is like a 3D photo that actually looks... Oh, it is. Wow, that's really cool. Wow. Well, that's gonna be really hard because I can't see it because of the way my setup is. So until I get my, I can actually see my screen in front of me, I'm gonna actually do some hand practice, which is kind of disappointing, but hey, gotta do that too. Because I really suck at hands. I just rearranged my room, basically. So before it was... I don't know what I was thinking, but it was just like all pushed in a corner facing like diagonally through the room, and I basically just rearranged it, so now it's like this is facing a wall, and I like it a lot more, even though if I turn this camera around you would see there's literally shit everywhere. So yeah, one of these days I'll fix that. I personally don't use that word. Hey, hold up. What's on your forearm? Probably bruises from, you know, jacking it too much. And, like, doing blocks and shit. Like, I get bruises constantly because... Basically, yeah. I'm just gonna pretend it's from blocking, but it's really because of jacking off way too much. Like, and the problem is my dick is just so huge. It just keeps, like, and I use my left hand, you know, so I can develop the ambidextry, but it like flops into my forearm because I'm holding up my phone as I'm doing it, you know, so it's like, bam. And my dick weighs at least like maybe 200 pounds, so when it's like slapping it, you know, eventually it just bruises my weak skin. So hey, I'm glad you think so, man. I wonder if I can like have my chat next to my Photoshop so I can see it without fucking craning my neck, and then I can actually see the photo of the hand I'm trying to draw, which is moving constantly because it is line of action. I know there's a way to do this, but I'm gonna do it a really ghetto way, so forgive me, everyone. For I have sinned. I'm a technological retard, and I apologize. And I apologize for triggering anyone with that word. I feel like I can't actually say anything that I ever, like, that I say because it's gonna trigger someone, but what can you do? Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a way, but I haven't researched it yet, so I need to look into that. Maybe this weekend I will try to figure that out. Because I've been trying to basically learn stuff during the day, so I have stuff to practice at night. I just have so much to learn, it's like crazy. Sometimes I look at really good art and I'm like, what? How am I ever going to get there? But at the same time, I guess like I'm okay with like that process because there's something really meditative about just drawing, and even if it sucks, it's like it was still really fun to me, so it doesn't, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of important. You have to like what you're doing rather than just the result. Like, I met a lot of people online who they want to draw, but they take, like, they don't do anything to get better, other than complain about how much they suck. And I'm like, well, did you practice any today? And they have all day sitting at home doing nothing but watching anime and fapping, which, I mean, hey, if that's what you want to do, like, it's your life. But that is a lot of time that you could spend doing something like that you want to do, so, you know. Oh, cat face, let me check it out. Hold up. People want him to be triggered, it's a thing. The process is great because once you're good, the fun of the struggle is gone. Oh. No, well, it's okay, Kalia. I would not expect anyone to think that this is good. Like, I know that I'm like maybe like 5% of the way to like good. Alright. Where is this thing at? Oh, that's pretty good. Whoever updated that, and little kitty face. Oh, he has a little cowboy hat. Or is that a fedora? I think it's a fedora. Yes, it's a fucking fedora. Oh my god. It's so cute, and it's like, my lady. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dying. That's amazing. That's amazing. Bowser, what is this? That bird must say swimmingly. Oh my god. I gotta look at it again. I gotta take a screen cap of that. Holy shit. I don't want to lose that. That is fucking great. Yes. Okay. Saving this. Oh god, I always gotta navigate to the non-SSD drive. God, fuck. Okay. Okay. I have saved the Milady bird. That is fucking awesome. Thank you for that, Bootycone. These are the kind of lulls we need in our life. Hey, so Khalil, have you seen Modern Day James's Gumroad? The I don't know what it's called, but it's one of the foundation art thing. Because it's actually really good. Unless you're already like really advanced and you already get forms completely, then you know. All right, enjoy your meal, Devin. But I loved it because I can't tell if you were saying you were in that class that he did, but one of the assignments that he gave us was, by the way, this hand is horrible. Ew, hold on. One of the assignments he gave us was doing like animals in using primitive forms and then basically rotating them, and I just could not wrap my head around it at all until I got that the Gumroad thing, and it completely made sense the way he explained it there. Okay, I'm not doing this right. Okay, I want to break this down into forms if I can. Oh, you have all of the Gumroads and Foundation Patreon videos? Hell yeah! Doesn't he have amazing stuff? Like, I'm so proud of him. I hope he just goes super far in his career. Like, he's awesome. Not a beginner, but those videos are really useful. I remember that assignment was as well with animals. That was the second assignment. Yes. Yeah. That was so hard for me. But I'm actually gonna try to go back to it because now that I have that video, I kind of have an idea of what to do, and I need to go through the legwork of failing and figuring it out, like, in practice, so. But, you know, one of the things I'm actually pretty happy about is, like, the fact that I documented my, like, other art practice through streaming. Like, I have so much hope that I can improve a decent amount if I just literally work every day. And I really want to try to get back to doing that because I really don't have an excuse not to. Especially now that I have this tablet, which is why I got it, because I wanted to do digital stuff as well. So, and then when I tried to use my other tablet I had, it was like a cheap refurb Intuos. It just gave me too many problems, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna get this because it's actually not that expensive. And I'm going to use the living shit out of it, so yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, this hand does the job, but like, what am I doing with the shading? It looks terrible. Oh, if you want to study, okay, one of the admins, and you have study group. Ah! Oh! That sounds fun. Yeah, dude, that actually sounds really cool. In the Modern Day James Discord? Yeah, in James Discord we have a group where we do Google Hangouts and just study together. Oh, cool! Hell yeah, dude. I am down. What do I do to like be informed of the times and stuff? Is it like is it one of the sections on his Discord? Like one of the channels, I mean? Dude, but what are you up to? And why are you sending that face? Is that your I just came face? Also, yeah, I would like to know Duple. That's why I asked you. Duh. Duple, come on. I mean, your name is Devious Duple. I can only assume, like, that I know what you're doing 99% of the time. That we're not talking, and you're not working. I'm just kidding. It's more like, what, 60% of the time? I'm also kidding about that. It's something you made up. The admins and a few people who are really focused on improving. Pick topics that are fundamental and really try to nail down the basics before going advanced. Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah, if you guys are like starting it up, or if you ever want to, like, I don't know who to message or who to. Oh, Oh! Sorry. I just... Okay. Is your name the same name on Discord? Khalil? I'm really bad at multitasking. My god. Sorry. I like say something and then something else and I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's really sad. I guess maybe it's actually normal. Okay, Khalil, okay. And you're not the same Khalil that I already know, right? No, no, you have to be different Khalil. Okay. I think his name is Camille. Yeah, Camille, not Khalil. Okay. I know someone with like basically your name, but just difference in the inside. Just the K and the IL are the same. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I hope I will be able to attend at the times that you guys do it. I'm sure at some point the stars will align and we will be able to do it at the same time. Oh, really? Well, that's awesome. Oh, you draw all day. Okay, cool. Yeah, typically, like, in the mornings, I'm trying to find content to learn, and then, basically in the evenings, I want to do streaming, but, you know, it depends a little bit on my work schedule, because sometimes I can't have the mornings, but when I do, I hope to use them productively, so that might be a good time. And by mornings, like, I mean... well, it varies. So yeah, just let me know, and then I'll let you know what's up. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for the invite. I really appreciate that, actually. It's always cool to meet other people who are like on the same quest as you, you know? I was actually talking to someone at work today, because she like majored in something artistic, and I was like, so do you practice, like, how do you practice art anymore? Like, her job isn't really like artistic like that. And she said, oh, you know, I haven't been practicing much, but I've been wanting to get started again. And we were thinking about like just like going to the park and sketching together, which would be really fun because like, I don't know, it's just fun to hang out and do something productive. Like, that's kind of what I like to do with people, is something where we're like being creative and making something together. Even if it's like you're doing your own thing, but we're just like, you're sharing that like creative mental space with someone. I think that's really like magical. We're all on a quest to death. Oh, that's true, Duple. That's why I love each and every person who I come into contact with, because it's like out of all the time and space, I got to meet that person, including that person who came in today and called me, said that I sound fake and like I have a mental disorder or something. Yeah, I was just like, oh, I felt really bad for them because they came in kind of being really sad, and then they started making fun of everyone in the chat and threatening to beat them up. So clearly they're really not in a good place. So I feel like, you know, my heart goes out to them. Even though they insulted me, it doesn't like, you know, feel like anything. So I feel more bad for them than for me, you know? We had someone in Discord say there's this girl who streams Scott Robertson's book on YouTube. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know, I actually need to start doing that again, too, because good old Scott, the one, the only, the god. Actually, if I were to say there was, like, a set of deities, I would say, like, art is, like, not a monotheistic religion, what a polytheistic religion. And, you know, Scott Robertson is, you know, definitely, like, he's kind of like Shiva, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like the foundation. The foundation of everything. And then all the other gods, like Uncomfortable, Modern Day James, Hampton, Michael Hampton, you know, I don't know, it's just like Andrew Loomis. That's, yeah, when I want to be really dumb, as I think to myself and laugh at really dumb jokes, that's what I think about. Is the religion or art and how everyone's like a god. Whoa, this hand is horrible. Holy shit. This is like the worst hand I've ever made. Like, wow. That is horrible. What the fuck is going on here? Hey, yeah, I'm insane and I'm proud, man. I'm not gonna like pretend I'm not. But actually, I would say I'm rather sane. I'm just not limited by society's constraints, you know? I'm too edgy for that. Anyway, this hand is like foreshortened and I am fucking failing. So this is like actually comedic. Okay, I'm gonna very quickly try to get this other hand because she's doing this like, she's got this, oh god, how much time do I have? 35 seconds! Ah, no! Rushing doesn't actually make anything better, but let's see if we can get like the basic thing down. Nah. Oh my god, holy shit, this is so bad. It's getting worse by the second. It's getting worse by the second. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Wow, what the fuck? Does anybody else have these horrible moments where you just draw complete shit and it went away? That's so bad. Alright, next hand is just a fist. That sounds a lot easier to do. Oh yeah, and Kim Jong-gi, how could I forget? From the East. Ah, god. That's the stuff of like a comic, you know what I'm saying? Like, put all those people in like one place, you know? I always loved in on like Nickelodeon when they had those like really dumb shows where they would combine characters from different shows. Like the one where they had like the Fairly Odd Parents meet SpongeBob or something. Like, I love that kind of shit. I don't know why. Even in real life, like, so there was this guy that I knew, and I only knew him in his own house. Like, I've only ever seen him in his own house, like, for a year or so. And then one time my friend had a friend of his had a birthday, who's also my friend. So we go over to my friend's house, and then that guy who I've only seen in his house was there. And I was like, whoa, dude, this is like one of those moments where you're combining characters from different games and putting in the same environment, and it's like really weird. And he was like, oh, yeah, okay. But like, that's what he said. He just had nothing to say to that. Oh, God. Draw a hammer smashing this hand. Then it'll look natural. There we go. That's what I should have done before I erased it. Damn it. I didn't see a message in time. You know, now that I think about it, maybe I actually am insane. Like, is it normal to think of like people in real life, like that show compilation thing? Like, is that normal? Do normal people think like that? Is that like a sign of psychosis or something? Like, who knows? I mean, I don't see things that aren't there. I think I just think of things in weird ways, or actually to me they seem very normal. I don't think it's really that weird. But then when I say it to people, I always feel like I'm weird or something, so maybe I'm, yeah. I just think that they close their mind off to the creative like aspects of life too long ago, so they take everything too seriously. I am using a reference, yes. That's what makes it even more sad. I'm trying to like, I mean, it's timed and I'm trying to get the shapes, but I think I'm just failing miserably, and I don't know if I'm really learning. And I was trying to find my Hampton book, but I couldn't find it before this stream, but I don't feel like I have any really good resources on how to break down the hand into shapes. So I'm thinking like maybe I just need to think really hard and try it myself. Sometimes failing is learning, but also sometimes practicing badly can lead to bad habits that you have to undo later. So it really depends, I think. And these marks up here are basically like the white of the knuckles. It's not a very good way to display it, I'm sure. I probably need to like look at some hand skeletons. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Just so I can orient myself with the bones real quick. And also, one of the problems is my screen that I'm looking at is so far away that I can barely see it. So, I think if it was right in front of me, it'd be a lot easier. Not that I'm trying to make excuses, I definitely suck, but I think that there are a couple of things sort of impeding my best work right now. He has really stubby fingernails, and it's confusing me. It's like, they're like... And this part is wrong. I did too much, like, skin showing. Oops. It's more like this. With like a slight implied bend there. And then his forearm, actually that's pretty important to note. too round, too quick. Oh, Kalila, is Webion in that chat you were talking about by chance? Because I love Webion, he's awesome. He's so positive and funny, and like, I just like people who are like, I don't know, they just kind of like roll with the punches. This looks like oh my god, this is so bad. I want to cry right now that, like, whatever I'm doing, it's just not working. Oh, I said, is Webion involved in the Google chat thing that you were talking about? Like, this is really wrong, and I don't know why it's so bad. First of all, the pinky is not that tilted. Okay, and then this is like here. Oh, cool. Yay, Webion! Oh, busy with commissions. That's awesome. Aww. I'm so happy he's like, you know, doing stuff with his work. That's so cool. I always feel so excited when I hear about people like doing, like, I don't know, I just feel so good when people are like doing things that they want to do, you know? Like, all their hard work is paying off, and it's just like, they're a good person too, and it's like, oh, that's so good. I'm very proud of him. I don't even know what that word really means, but I feel like I always feel so proud of people. Like, I'm like, I don't know why. I think it's because it's like I have this this maternal feeling toward people. Like, I feel very maternal toward people for some reason. I don't know why, but I do, and probably because I'm like my body's like, why don't you have kids yet? But like my mind is like, I don't want kids. So I think I just have like hormones or something that make me feel like a mother to people. So I don't know. I felt that way for a very long time. Okay, I guess this is done. Let's try this one. I would really like to break this down into shapes more, these hand studies. But it's like, it's so complex, I don't really know where to begin. Like, this one's like... It's my biological destiny. Well, it ain't happening anytime soon. If I die without kids, I won't be sad. Because I'll just help the kids that are already here, you know what I mean? I don't have to produce one in order to, like, fulfill that sense, you know? I do need at least 5 cats, actually. I totally agree with that. At least 5. You know the feeling, except you don't feel like a mom. What do you feel like? A dad? or just like maybe like a teacher or something. Like I think a lot of teachers have that too. They have that like really good teachers have that feeling toward their students that's not, you know, not that feeling, but like the feeling that's like, you know, you really love them, but and you want the best for them. Hot Pockets. White women are produced only by white men and women. What? White children. Wait, what does that even like? What? What does that have to do with anything? Scratch that, no politics. Hey, if you want to have controversial discussions, I actually made a specific place for that in the Discord, so I'm dead serious because I feel like people should be able to say whatever they want, and you can't on Twitch, really. So I just made a space for people to, a safe space for people to talk about like controversial things, because I think that you should be able to do that. I feel like a proud dad. Yeah, I want the best for anyone who's constantly trying to improve and giving it their all. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. I feel the same way. Okay. I've got a book here. It's by Byrne Hogarth about drawing hands. It's really not my favorite because not once does he break it down into shapes. He's just sort of like, yeah. But he kind of does, so let's... Okay, I feel like I was kind of on the right track here, but my sense of form is holding me back. Form and space is holding me back, so he's got this thing like this. Oh, did he? The one I had, and I didn't get through the whole thing today, is it is it's like the one on primitive forms, I think, the foundation where there's a dodo or something, or an ostrich or whatever the hell that is. Oh, I still got 5 minutes on this. Okay, so let me see if I can apply. I'm glad you told me that because I'm going to seek that out and get it because let's be real, we need some Lord James in our life. Okay, so I'm gonna start over with this one. It's like it's like there's this section here where all the okay. Oh, does it? I haven't looked at enough Proko. I was watching some a foundation tutorial for environments this morning, so that was what I had planned to do, but because I can't see very well, it's not gonna work right now until I get my screen working. But yeah, I need to. There's so many there's so much content to go through to, I think, best pick some of these things up. It's hard to know where to begin, you know. But I always say, you know, just start somewhere. Better than overthinking it and never beginning. I want I want it to be more obvious where the digits insert. Are they up here? Why is this one's so close to the viewer and this one's not, and then this one isn't? Ah, no, it moved. Oh, well, that was basically it, and that's the failure hand today. And I just want to make it clear that I'm trying to do this from a form-based perspective versus just pure observation, because I think we drew 6 fingers there, but no, never mind. It does so bad. But yeah, if it's just observation, it's too easy and you're not really understanding the underlying structures. So, you know, if I'm saying that because I don't want this to just be I mean, I would like for this to look good, but I'm practicing, so it's gonna look bad and I don't care. Which I think is, I'm saying that because a lot of people who draw need to realize practice is not always going to be pretty, but those mistakes, that's kind of how you explore and start to understand things, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm practicing the best possible way, but I haven't sufficiently looked at any good resources on this material, so at least not recently, to refresh my mind. Yes, exactly. Trying to understand it rather than just copy it. Which yields really bad results. Like for me, it always looks horrible, and it's like, well, that's okay. Because I know if I just sit there and stare at a reference, sure, I can copy a hand. But, like, why would I want to force myself into copying an exact reference in an exact pose? Like, because a lot of the times the images I imagine are very dynamic, but since I don't have that mastery of form yet, I can't express them without having, like, some crazy amount of extra resources that don't specifically... They can never be exactly what I'm looking for, so I think it's better to understand how to do it than just like copying one thing and being like, oh wow, look at that good hand, because I copied it literally from a photo in one pose. And that's what I used to do when I was younger. Like, I just copied a lot of stuff and I was like, oh yay, I can draw. But then when you actually like have to do something dynamic, you're like, whoa, why don't I know what I'm doing? And now I understand why, so I'm trying to fix that. And it's not exactly easy because I feel like this guy Hogarth, he kind of goes from here's some stuff and then draw the fucking owl kind of meme, you know what I mean? Or draw the rest of the owl, whatever the fucking meme is. Like, again, I can copy all of his stuff, but... And I'll probably get something out of it, but not as much as if I just was able to break down shapes better. And he has exactly one form-based drawing in this entire book. Well, I could argue two. But the other one is like his arms and stuff, so... That's not really doing much. But if I take this and try my best, you know, just see what happens. I do like how he represents the fingers, like the way the bones are, very simply. That's kind of cool. So maybe if I take that concept, I can get a little further. Nice. Alright, well, cool. I think you're probably right. Because, like, I'm sure that all of you guys have studied hands or something at some point. Actually, I think this is more like this. And I'm basically trying to like save all of the fun for after I figure out forms, because again, I don't want to fall into the habit of just copying things. Like I really want to do like painting like so bad, because that's how I like started. But I don't understand forms, so I'm like, well, nope, not yet. Not yet. So I'm really like trying to have some self-control about that. To be honest, I hate Hogarth. Honestly, I don't blame you. Like, I bought this book when I was like 15 or something, and I've had it ever since. And this is the only one I have on hands that I could find, so that's why I have it here next to me right now. That I have in my house, you know. Aside from, I don't think Hampton talks that much about hands. I think he has like a page or something on it, which is really weird. But yeah, Hogarth is like, his style is really weird, first of all, and then I also feel like his lessons don't translate well to really anything. I don't even know why I have this book. Like, what was I thinking when I bought this? I think I was just like at Barnes & Noble or something and was like, oh, a book on hands, I need to practice that. And back in the day, I used to just like basically do copies of various books I had because I don't know what else to do. So I think that's why I have it. Plus, I really wanted to do comics and stuff, so at the time, the stylization that he had was kind of relevant to me, I think. I still kind of want to do comics, actually. The muscles look like tumors. Yeah. You know, it's funny, Uncomfortable came by. And when I was doing this last time, I was studying, I think I was just doing copies again, and I realized that's not teaching me anything. But he was like, is that Hogarth? And I was like, yeah. And he specifically said, yeah, because the muscles look like lumpy, or he's known for his like lumpy tumor muscles, or something quite similar to what you just said. But I will say, this one diagram, literally, this is the most useful fucking diagram in the entire book. This one thing. Like, nothing else matters except this, if you ask me. Because, actually, I would maybe this whole page, because it kind of breaks down the form of the, like, digits into, like, a ball, like a cylinder and, ellipses, so that kind of makes sense. This is a book. Yeah, really? You thought this is this one drawing? The one drawing out of how many pages? Out of 141 pages. There's a single page. The rest of it to me is sort of like, oh, look what I can do. Like, okay, look at his, I think his inspiration is like Michelangelo or something. Or like those old artists, because I can't identify any of them. Because look at how he draws the infant hands. Like, can you see this? Like, what the fuck is that? That just looks scary if you ask me. Arashi-kun! You're drunk and you're high. That's the best way to be for the stream. Yeah, they're like pudgy, but like Khalil said, it's like they have tumors or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna go to the next hand because I think I got all I can out of this view. He tried to knock off Bridgman. Yeah, you know, I think that is what happened. He's just like, here's a bunch of my shit. Just do the studies. What was the Discord? The link is in the description below the chat. Or I mean below my. What is the word for this? If you scroll down past the stream in the About Me, the link is there. And I changed the name to a White Rabbit Glade because it's like a glade full of little white rabbits, like little bun-buns hopping around. I need to figure out more stuff with Discord, like how to get the roles set up and everything. I've joined so many Discord channels since like the last time I have been streaming routinely. Anything new on this? No. Aw, Booty-chan. I mean, Booty-kun. Fucking picture. His book is basically just draw, you'll get good, because he sucks at explaining anything. Yeah, that's like... Okay. Like, I made a really bad mistake today, and I got two foundation tutorials, and the first one was studying figures, and I just feel like that I wish I could get my money back, because like, no offense to the, you know, the guy sounds really nice who made it, but like, I didn't get anything out of that. Like, it was just like practice. Oh, okay, let me just keep doing the, you know, keep doing what I'm doing, and you know, that's the best way to learn. Yeah, it does. You saw the preview? You mean like just the picture? Because if there was a video, I would have not gotten that. Like, God, I really fucking regret that. It's like $10 down the literal toilet. Like, honestly, yeah. Oh, there's a video. I couldn't see the video preview on my end. All I saw was a picture. I was like, huh, okay. He's got some line work. You know, maybe this is like... No, it just was not what I was expecting. I listened to it in the car on the way home, and I was like actually getting kind of pissed off. Like rarely do I listen to a book and get angry, but I was just like, this kind of sucks, and I wish that I had been able to try before I buy. So I guess there was a way to do it, but I missed it. I'm gonna erase this monstrosity. Actually, I want to keep it. I want to see how bad I was when I started doing this. I don't have enough space though. Can I zoom, or is that gonna take off my quality too much? I guess it'll do. They aren't good at figures, they mostly draw hard surface stuff. Oh, I see. I see. Well, I'll cut them some slack, but goddamn, if I could just trade that tutorial for anything else, I would just, like, I don't know, be very happy and not be so angry. What's new? Well, absolutely nothing. Look, everything's the same with me. How about you, Arashi? You still making out with your sofa on a daily basis? I hope so. If that sofa catches you cheating on it with anything else, like, I don't want to be there to see the consequence. Actually, yes, I do. Please invite me to see that. Arashi, though, I have to ask, how are you always, like, drunk while on Twitch? Like, how does that always happen? Do you just go to a party and then you're like, man, fuck this, and then you just get on Twitch or something? You party and then, oh wait, you party and then go on Twitch, or you're at the party and you go on Twitch? I've never gone to a party and got on Twitch, but I have and then got on Discord. But I don't actually get on Twitch that much myself. Like, it's extremely rare for me to actually watch a streamer. I think because I just have this issue where I can't watch people doing things unless I'm learning. Or it drives me crazy because I'd rather be doing it myself, I guess. Like, I don't know why, but I'm the same with like sports. I can't stand watching sports. Like, I can't stand watching League. Like, I'd rather play it or just not look at it. You know what I mean? I can't stand watching people play games because that's like, it just makes me want to play the game. Oh yes, I'm sure that I'm the only streamer you've ever watched. Damn, I'm not living then? Yeah, I don't go to parties and whip out Twitch. I'm really not living. I need to start doing that more just to feel alive. You Americans need a party to get drunk? Strange creatures. God, that's fucking good. That's really good. I guess what I was saying was, like, I know that Arashi's always going to parties, so I'm wondering, like, what's the timing that he gets on Twitch in relation to these parties? Watching and not doing something just feels like a waste. Yeah. Like, if I watch Modern Day James, which I haven't watched his streams in a while, actually, but if I'm watching someone, I'm either there for like 5 minutes tops, or I'm like following along with them, or I'm practicing while listening to them in the background. And that's what I used to do with Modern Day James, because he says a lot of cool stuff. Lord James, he needs to call himself Lord James. Like, well, he doesn't need to do anything, but you know, I'll call him Lord James. Okay, these proportions, somehow they look off, but according to this photo, they're like not. A little too thin though. He calls himself the creator of the universe. Oh, okay. Well, that's, you know, that I'm okay with that one. That's good. Yeah, that's okay. Although, like I said, I think Scott Robertson would have that kind of title. You know, Shiva. If we were gonna, you know, make a polytheistic comparison. But I'm okay with self-aggrandizement, like mockingly. You know, that's actually one of my favorite things to do. My name on Discord is like literally like Your Majesty Nobu. Because, you know, clearly I'm a majesty. I'm just so majestic. Especially when I'm drawing hands. I can't think of anything more majestic than my hands being drawn. I mean, me drawing hands, yeah. I still think what Zakatala said is really funny. Niripiripil. At all times. No reason in particular. Damn it, it changed. I took too long on that. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It's a weird hand. Oh wait, did I, Oh, Arashi, did you repeat that? What's new with you? I think I answered you already, Arashi, and the answer was nothing. Isn't that exciting? I never know what to say about that, like, well, I honestly, I can't think of anything to say. What's new with me? Well, my hair got longer. I've been exercising more. Exercise is fun. I started doing martial arts again. That's fun. That's actually, I guess that's probably the only new things that have happened to me. Oh, you didn't hear? Okay. Do I time myself? I use Line of Action, which has a 10-minute timer, so I don't time myself, it just does a time for me. Why do you ask? Okay, so the wrist thing is here. I feel like I'm on the precipice of understanding this. Like, but it's like not quite clicked. Oh, I see, yeah. Yep, it automatically switches. It's actually a really good website. I love this thing. It has animals, specifically hands and feet study for hands and feet studies, and then figures. So this is like round. And then this. It's like, what, how do I... This is like not clear form at all. You know, after I end this stream, I'm gonna go on Amazon and look at the reviews for the Drawing Hands by Hogarth, because I'm curious if anyone tore him a new one in that. I mean, like, sometimes, like, you just need to leave a bad review about something, because it's just... It's the right thing to do. Sometimes I feel like if I learned about something and it was like a waste of my money, not leaving a bad review is a disservice to other people. Like, I can see it now. It's like tumor hands, no instruction, literally one useful photo in the entire book. I mean, can you not just imagine somebody else has already discovered this and wrote that on Amazon? Oh, is he really? I was unaware of this. I'm gonna go around saying... Yeah, so what's your favorite reference? And I'm, you know, to people, they tell me what it is, and I say, oh yeah, you know, I only study Hogarth. Exclusively Hogarth. I live Hogarth. He teaches me everything I need to know. That's why I'm so fucking bad. Hop on Discord voice? Okay, well, everyone's gonna hear you, so here we go. Which voice do you want me to get on? Your figures will look like they're stung by bees. What up, Arashika?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey. Oh, why is this coming through not my headset? Weird. Hold on. Are you actually Asian? Wait, hold on. Oh, you can't hear me either. Okay. Shit. Settings. Hold up. The Yeti output device. Say hello? Can you hear it now? Hello? Oh, I got you. Okay, can you hear
Yo.
me? Can you hear me?
Nah, I can only hear you through your stream.
Oh, weird. But is it live?
I don't know.
This is pretty weird.
If you look at your Discord, like, it should light up. Like, you see my circle light up
Yeah, you're right.
when I talk? Yours is just not lighting up at all.
What the fuck? I mean, I have it on the microphone. I have one main... Maybe it can only go to one source. What about this one? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh.
How about now?
It's all good, though. If you can't figure it out, then maybe I'll just say, like, what's up after your stream.
Okay.
I just wanted to say what's up because I was, like, high and kind of drunk, so I thought it'd be funny.
Is that like your favorite time to say what's up to people? When I'm high and I'm drunk, I just want to say what's up to people. Arashi-kun's logic.
Nah, actually, like, I haven't smoked in a year, but, like, I swear, like, everybody I kick it with has just been, like, getting high lately, so I was just like, alright. So I've just been kind of smoking lately.
You got to,
And,
man.
there's, like, a lot of beer festivals, like, going around in my city, so I'll just, like, just been drinking a lot of beer.
Well, I'm proud of you. It sounds like you got off your couch at least. What's up, Kyashu? Kyashu? What a name. That's awesome. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Sorry, Arashi, I'm talking to you and to the stream as well.
Dude, I'm on my couch right now. It's the most comfortable couch ever.
Is it the
Nah,
same
you're cool.
the same couch? Like the one and the only? Oh, there's like a delay. This is pretty weird.
It's the same. It's like, it's 10 feet long, and like anyone that ever lays on it just falls asleep, and they don't want to get
a
up.
10
It's
foot
like
long couch?
pretty bad.
Man, I'm jealous actually. I wish I had a 10 foot long couch. That sounds amazing. I guess I have a bed. That's kind of close.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. But did you smoke?
No,
Nobu, I forget. I forget if you smoked or not.
no, I do not.
I'm pretty
And I
sure
did
you
not.
do.
I'm not. No.
No. Why you say it like that? Like you're like no.
Because,
No.
no, it's bad. It's bad. That's why. I'm kidding. I'm like 100%
You drink a
kidding.
little bit though, right? At least.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I know you party. You got to.
I mean, I don't know if you can call it partying, but yeah, I definitely have a drink on occasion. Yeah. Although lately I've just been like, I notice it makes me not feel so good the next day, and it hasn't been worth it for me, to be honest. And honestly, like, I get more turned when I'm not drunk. That's the sad part. That was the
Your
fucking
hangovers.
worst. Yeah, like, well, not even just a hangover, but just like, it just makes me really.
Yeah, Callie, I'm high right now. I just smoked like a blunt, so I probably sound retarded as fuck.
Nah, I don't think you sound retarded. How is the artwork coming along? Well, Kyashu, as you can see, I'm really bad at drawing hands, so it's
Yeah, I'm just a little slow, but it's all cool.
doesn't sound that slow to me. Maybe I'm just used to being around people who
But
are high.
yeah, it's cool talking to you though. Even though it's like I'm talking to your stream and I hear myself talking every time I talk, which is kind of really hard while I'm high to focus. But
The fact that you're able to do that, though, that's pretty impressive. I don't think I could do that. Especially if I was, like, crossfaded. When someone lasted everything, they're high as hell. Oh, is that why everyone always used to assume I was high all the time?
hey, yeah, I'm cross-faded, but I ran out of beer, so I might have to stumble down to the store.
Oh, yeah, man. You gotta...
Yeah, Cuddly,
keep
you
it going.
laugh at everything you say.
I do.
mean, I do that when I'm sober too, but I think it's just because we're high off life. We're just some weirdos.
I think you're right there, because I've been doing that like forever, and I remember when I was in high school, like I was so against drinking and drugs because like everyone was doing it, and I was more like, oh, because everyone's doing it, that means like it's lame, so I'm not going to. And I was just so like pretentious in that way. So like when people would tell me like,
Damn, maybe because
You seem high all
everyone's
the
doing it,
time.
it's tight.
I mean maybe, but
It's tight because everyone.
I'm in a way I think I'm glad I didn't do that when I was younger though, because I probably would have been like 10 times more fucked up than I already am. So, but anyway, my point is, people used to always accuse me of being like high in school because I was like laughing at everything, or just like the way my eyes looked. My eyes would be
Nah.
dilated.
I think you turned out pretty cool. I don't think
Aw.
you're fucked up.
Oh well, thank you.
You got
man.
your little
Appreciate that.
drawing gig going, and
Yeah, man,
Thank you,
I'm
dude.
balling. I'm fucking balling here. Like, I've got myself some like really shitty hands, and yeah, dude, this is the life.
look at you draw these fingers. Like I remember when he first started. Like I remember the fingers weren't looking as good. So
I mean, did you see what just happened earlier today? Because they weren't looking so good like 5 minutes ago.
what happened? How long have you been streaming for? Honestly,
Well, it's been like off and on. So I guess somebody recently did their stream age, and it was like 2 years or something. So, and they were around when I started. So I think it's been almost 2 years when I started. And then you came in on the day where I was.
Nah, like streamed for today.
Oh, today.
I think
I don't know.
have I actually watched you stream for 2 years now.
Yeah, dude, you've been there like since very close to the beginning. I think you came in on a raid or something one day when I was doing
Dang,
something
bro, it feels old.
with the hair dryer, you know. And you were just like,
Nah, I think I found you like I was just trolling and you were just doing something weird like on the creative or something.
yeah, fucking around with the hair dryer. You remember the hair dryer, right? You gotta remember the hair dryer. Because it's actually a heat blower, or a heat.
Oh yeah, that blow dryer, hella nostalgic.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Like I forget. It was all the OGs are gone now. I don't see them around ever.
What OGs do you mean? You know who I've been really like missing is Alpha Grook, or Grook, whatever his fucking name is on Twitch. You know, Grook,
I don't
right?
even remember their names anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of
Alpha
hard to
Grook.
keep track of so many people's names. Actually.
Who was Grook? I don't even remember
Oh,
right
dude,
now.
dude, you gotta remember Grook. He's the one who's always making like, he always makes some sort of like sexual innuendo. Like any chance he gets, he makes it. And then people in the chat complained about him. I don't know if you remember that. But I'll never forget that guy.
Yeah, you
He's
probably
awesome.
remember him better than I do, but
Yeah. God, I can't get this fucking finger. It's really bothering me. I'm like not concentrating at all. Alright, well I think we get out of the chat because like I can't concentrate, talk, and
dang. So, do you have any plans for the week or anything?
I mean I
You
work.
just been like working or something?
Yeah, I work, and then but I'm planning on trying to stream after
Yeah,
work.
yeah. Okay, I'll let you do your thing.
Alright.
I'll let you do your thing. Maybe we could catch up sometime, but it's kind of weird because I can't even really talk to you. It feels like, but
Well, you're doing a good job though. Give yourself some credit. Yeah, and anyway, you can just like.
it's
you
like
know.
a 5-second delay or maybe longer, and then every time you talk, I hear me talking, and it's just like ooh. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you're doing it actually. That's impressive. Alright, yeah. Yeah, just hit me up anytime. I feel also weird because I'm like looking down at the whole time. I don't know. It's really weird like looking at a camera and all these screens. I just have so many screens in front of me. It's really weird. Alright. Oh, okay, you left. I'm getting tired. I don't know why. I woke up kind of late today. That was a weird experience. You know what's funny, Orochi? I feel like, in a way, you sound exactly like I was expecting. Or maybe I've heard you before for some reason. I don't know. It's almost like I wasn't surprised at all. Even like a new man, but not really. Well, I think the hands are getting better, but what I'm really not satisfied with is like I still feel like the shape, I mean the shapes are not really being used to their full potential, so rip. Although it's getting closer. I think I remember now something about like the hands being cylinders. Let's see what I can remember from memory, because sometimes I think it's good to check that. Hop in voice after my stream. Man, I got shit to do. I got shit to do after the stream, man. I gotta go to sleep. I have work tomorrow. And my commute takes up like so much time. It's honestly very frustrating. So when I'm at home, I have to make use of like every second. Which is actually part of the reason why I feel like it's so important that I stream, because I want people to know that even if they have life constraints, they can do what they want to do. Like I've just heard so many people say like, oh yeah, you know, I can't do what I really want to do because I have to do this. And it's like, you know, I just feel like that's such a sad, not that it's sad like, oh, you're so pathetic. Not that kind of sad, but it's sad that people have this idea that they're stuck in something they hate and they can't like ever get out. And they're just confined to this like life that they never wanted and they don't want, you know? I just don't think that that's true, so yeah, so many people make excuses, but if you really want to do something, you'll find time. That's really true. And like one thing that I know very intimately is like sometimes it's really hard when you're literally like depressed or whatever, you know, like it's extremely hard to get out of that and feel like doing anything really. But I think it's just so important to realize like, and again, that's actually kind of what I was talking about with alcohol is I noticed for me anyway, it makes me like inexplicably depressed, and it's like I can't, no matter what I do, and typically I'm pretty good at controlling my mind, but it's like I can't snap out of that feeling, and it's just like really annoying because I don't want to feel that way. So yeah, I think it's pretty important to like pay attention to what you consume, because your diet can really influence your brain and it can make things a lot harder than they need to be. And actually, I say that because there's like a lot of people online who talk about how they want to draw but they're too depressed or whatever, and like I know what they're saying, like I get it. Also, this hand is really fucked up. Crimson Lust. Oh, Crimson Lust. Oh, wait. Aren't you? Aren't you also she? Oh my god, what's your name on? Thank you, Shuggy-san. Yes, Shuggy. Hell yeah. What's up, dude? Zakatala, I'm too busy doing nothing to put effort into something. Well, see, at least you're busy doing nothing, you know, you're busy with something, which is nothing. At least you have a reason. So yeah, you know, I don't want to disqualify, like, that I, like, you know, if you really want to do something, you'll do it, because, like, you may really want to, but it's, like, you just have something going on that's like really hard, and then But, you know, it's like one of those things where you don't like identify with that, you know, like don't say like this is who I am and this is who I'll always be. I think it's really important to like realize you're a changing thing, and you know, just because something is hard now doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. And like if you just kind of put yourself in the right direction in any way at all, it's like it just makes things easier. So I think I think that's all I want to say. And so I like to stream because it's like I want people to know, like, you know, hey, I have a full-time job, but I want to change things in my life and I'm going to work toward it, because what's the alternative? Complaining about my life forever and never doing anything to change it? You know what I mean? Like, which is what a lot of people do that I see on a daily basis, and that's how I know I can't live by that, like, that narrative anymore. So yeah, I had to take charge and not, you know, bitch out. And honestly, I was trying to a while back, but when my tablet wasn't working, it was really frustrating. But yeah, that's why I got this, and problem solved. Yeah, that's not the best hand I've ever done, but okay. If you won't do nothing, then who will? I don't know. Someone has to do it. Khalil, yeah, exactly. I think you said it more of how I meant it. Sometimes you actually go through things in life, but some people just give up completely. Yeah, that's true. And I feel like it's just because they haven't been around people who, like, they may be surrounded by people who just don't believe anything is possible. And, like, it's, especially if you're younger, it's really easy to fall into that trap of thinking, like, oh, you know, there's nothing I can do. Or if you're older, even, you get these mindsets that just kind of, like, solidified that, oh, this is all I can be, this is all I can do, like, this is what my life is, and there's nothing more. But I just feel like that's not true. Like, at any time you can, like, reawaken, like, that thing in you that makes you, like, want to live, you know what I mean? So it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but you do have to, like, work at it. But, you know, like, try to work toward it and you'll find some results, in my opinion. That's why I'm, like, so into meditation and, like, being mindful and, like, nature and stuff like that, because it always just it reminds me that there's more to life than, like, the daily things that fuck with your brain. Hey, you know that thing with the clean solid lines from draw blocks? It applies here too. Yeah, you're right, Crimson. I know. Good point, good point. I need to keep that in mind. You know what? I love that you said that, because it just shows, like, I don't know what I'm doing before I put the pen down. I don't have an image of what I'm trying to do. It's really hard to do this with hands, considering the shitty reference that I'm using. So maybe I should get another reference. But anyway, for the sake of, actually, I'll just talk a little more about, like, I don't even know who's in the chat. I have no idea who is in the chat right now. I'm not even looking at anything but this chat. But just for the sake of saying it, like, another thing is, like, to do things consistently, you have to also, like, work with what you can do. So, like, one of the problems I had before is I would be, like, sprinting, and then I would, like, wear myself out. And then when I would think about, like, what I need to do, I would think about, like, 5 hours of time that I have to be doing this thing. And since I didn't have 5 hours, I'd be like, oh, well, what's the point of anything at all? And I would waste time here and there doing little things here and there and just not really making the most of my time. And then when you stop making the most of your time, you start to, like, fall into these, like, this like, doing things the easy way. And you just sort of, like, stop doing anything really important. You know, although I was doing, like, exercise, like, that was a big focus for me, because it was really hard for me to get into a habit. But I feel like I've sort of established that habit in a productive, like, in a sustainable way. So practicing sustainably is really important too, because yeah, if you like go balls deep, you know, you're going, like, for the most part, if you're trying to make a drastic change, it's like you're just going to run into this feeling of resistance when you get to a point where like life gets in the way. So I think the best thing to do is just focus on doing something at all, and focus on just like this concept where you don't think so much about what you're going to do, just do it. Like if you're thinking and you're planning and you're constantly scheming and you're constantly thinking about it and you're not doing anything, you just get like, you're spinning your wheels in your head and then nothing gets done. And that's like that's definitely a problem I have. Like I think a lot and then I may not execute because I'm thinking so much it weighs me down, you know what I mean? It's like you get weighed down by your own thoughts of all the things you have to do. And instead of doing that, it's more like, okay, what can I do now? And then just like do it and then stop thinking so much. Now, it's difficult with art, actually, because it's like if you don't have the right resources, you can be practicing but not really get that much progress. But I think that if you spend like an hour, not even an hour, if you spend 30 minutes a day reading something new related to art or like learning something that you want to learn, and then like, you know, get connected with people who are also doing something that you're interested in, you never know, like, you never know, like, that's how you get that momentum going. And I feel like everyone has 30 minutes a day. Like, I'm sure most people do, unless you spend literally all your time working. But that was not what I was doing. Although I was spending a decent amount of time, I have enough time to learn something every morning, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do now. So it's like, I wake up, I learn something, like instantly, just bam. I go through the day and I have that fresh in my mind. Like I'm thinking about what I learned that day, and I'm thinking about like the shapes I see around me, and I'm like, oh, you know, shapes. It's like you apply it throughout the day, and then when I get home after work, I'm getting myself like excited throughout the day, where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to like practice this. And then when I get home and I actually start doing it, I'm like, I get that feeling of, I'm really glad I did that, you know? And so another thing that I was doing before that was like not good was I was staying up like really late and streaming for like or practicing, doing whatever, like between, I guess, 3 to sometimes 7 hours or more. And when you have a job that's like a full-time job, that's not sustainable, like especially when your job requires you to think a lot. So if you don't have a job and you're just a kid sitting around at home, sure, that's all I would want to fucking do, you know. But at least while I have this situation I have, you have to do what you can do with your life situation. So no one can really define that for you. And I don't know who the fuck I'm even talking to, but yeah, I just wanted to say that because I don't just stream because I'm like, look at me streaming. Look at this stuff I'm doing. Look at me. Like, it's not even about that. To me, it's like I want to show like I don't know. I want to help people, and I want them. I want to like I can't stop doing what I'm doing because it goes against everything I believe in. You know what I mean? Cheese Man 3000. Cool. I'm glad you hear it, man. Yeah, it's really real. And I feel like a lot of people's unhappiness is because they can't take action toward like the life of their dreams or whatever the case is, or they won't. So like the longer you procrastinate, the more you just get this feeling of like maybe anxiety or dread or hopelessness or something like that. And I think a lot of those can be alleviated if you just like really sit there and you're like, what do I really want out of this life? Like, if I died tomorrow, what will I be mad that I didn't do? You know? Like, and when I think of it like that, it's like all the answers become clear. So you don't hear shit because the music's so loud. Oh, Rashi. Coming in hot with the comedic relief. Alright, well anyway, that's enough like rant or whatever that was, talking for now, but I'm going to get off so I can eat some food and go to sleep, and then I will be back tomorrow. And then hopefully I will find some resources with hands, because now I'm kind of pissed off. Like, I'm like, I didn't do this the way I wanted, so I need to figure out how to do this. So yeah. Unrealized Dreams is your middle name. Well, you better change that around, Zuchello. You have today, tomorrow, the next day, every single day of your life to take tiny steps, you know? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, guys. A single step. Get ready for this, Crimson Lust. Shugi-san. Shugi-kun, sorry, I don't want to call you a san. That's too informal. I was using Hogarth, and I'll tell you one thing. I was literally using one page because it's the only useful page in the entire book. You ready? You ready for this? You ready for this? Bam. That's it. That's all there is that this book has to offer. That's it. So just keep that in mind. Don't waste your time. Yeah, and luckily I bought that years ago, so it wasn't like I bought it recently. And oh, another thing I learned today is, no offense to the Foundation Patreon, but their figure studies Gumroad thing was just, I mean, just, it was a disappointment, so I don't recommend that either. Rip that page out and burn the book. You know what? One of these days, I think I'm going to do that. One of these days. Proko, okay, yeah. I've seen his shit before. I'm going to look at it again. I looked at it a long time ago, and I wasn't fully focused, so I'm going to do that. And then hopefully, fucking Amazon will deliver my shit on time, because I fucking pay for their service to deliver my shit on time. And I'm going to call them and say, you better give me a free year of Prime, because you have delivered 3 things late in the past, like, 3 weeks, and I'm highly disappointed with the service. So anyway, I should have had a HDMI, which would allow me to see like a reference while I'm drawing, because my reference is like over here and I can't see very well because of various things. So once I get the HDMI, I'm going to be doing environmental studies as well, because I suck at those too. And they all deal with form. So form in the hand, form in the body, form in the environments, form everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's just that one fucking thing. So if you get that, you literally get it all. So that's my goal, is understand form and space. So yeah. Alright guys, with that, I'm going to head out. I hope you guys have a good night or day, whatever time of day it is. And yeah. Praise the art gods one of these days. I'm gonna draw a picture of all of them together, looking saintly. Alright, peace guys. Bye!